Welcome to Money Talks, the ultimate financial news upload, where knowledge meets empowerment join the money getter duo, CC and Cecil B, as we unravel the mysteries of finance Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. From the latest in fintech, cryptocurrencies, real estate, electric vehicles, IPOs, and Wall Street, to the rise of robotics and AI, we cover it all. So tune in as we share in the spotlight on how Black entertainers and creators alike are shaping finance and tackling IPOs, giving you the information you need to thrive in today's economy. This is Money Talks. Good evening. It's Friday, October 18th. And I'd like you to elevate your game with Money Talks. We air Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. I'm your host, Cecil B. Money Getter, here to dive into trending topics like electric vehicles, robotics, the cannabis industry, real estate, and the latest in technology. Transform your insights into actionable strategies with Money Talks. Good evening. Today is Monday, October 21st, and you're watching Money Talks. First up in Tech Talk, the rebirth, reviving the Motor City. Bevy shocks the scene with a all-black electric vehicle infrastructure. Now, Bevy is not only an acronym, but a play on words with the word bevy, meaning a large group of people or items of a particular kind. King came up with the name. When I think of bevy, I think of abundance and love. Walker Miller, founder of CEO of Detroit-based Walker Miller Energy Services, one of the largest African-American and women-owned energy waste reduction firms in the country, told the Michigan Chronicle. Walker Miller added that she wants the trade association to create an abundance of resources with Black professionals in this space where there currently is not. The complaints we hear all the time is we can't find people. We can't find Black people in whatever the field is. That is one reason for forming Bevy. It was so that no one could say we can't find Blacks in this infrastructure. She added that the second reason for forming Bevy was to offer a collective voice in influencing the EV infrastructure and who has access to it. It is one of the things that keeps me up at night, she said, adding that Johnson, the brainchild of Bevy, and she collaborated in the EV space 10 years ago. Also, through a past Michigan Chronicle Pancakes and Politics Clean Energy event earlier this year, she invited co-founders Johnson, Dumas, and McCoy to attend. I gave them a shout out from the stage. I don't think most people realize Black people have really dedicated themselves to this industry, Walker Miller said, adding that moment in time was the beginning of the four of them becoming a collaborative force. Johnson, founder of Plugs In, a Detroit startup electric vehicle manufacturer, told the Michigan Chronicle previously, it's about recognizing the value of minority-owned businesses in this conversation. If you're going to use equity, diversity, and inclusion, said Johnson, everyone has to be in on it. If you look at the panel, some of us should have been on that stage. That's what engagement looks like. Johnson said one of the gaps in community needs when it comes to infrastructure planning for EVs is the inconvenience of charging stations that are planned to be spaced at every 50 miles. We need to focus on public level 2 charging stations, said Johnson. Places where people will convene like community centers and parks. Any place where your car is going to sit for more than 2 hours. It creates an incentive for businesses and property owners to get involved. The manufacturing ecosystem of the automobile spawned great generational wealth for many families and created America's middle class. This is an important stride toward ensuring that all capable, exceptional EV technology experts of all races have access to the unprecedented economic benefits that will be created by the proliferation of the EV industry. The Nascent Trade Association has an intentional mission to align African American owned and operated companies specializing in the manufacturing, installation, maintenance, repair, diagnostics, resale, and distribution of electric vehicle supply equipment. In addition to making MBE certified and other Black-owned EVSE companies more centralized and procurable to key trade stakeholders, the Bevy Trade Association will host conferences, forums, and fireside chats discussions. Bevy talks will include education, community outreach and engagement, contract procurement, massive growth projected for the EV industry in the next 10 years and beyond. The clean technology trailblazers are in lockstep with their goal to ensure that Black people have a seat at the EV table and a fair opportunity to contribute to initiatives and innovation in EV arenas, according to a press release. With the organization of Bevy, that goal is one step closer to being realized. McCoy is the founder and CEO of Vihoya. The company is championing EV adoption through infrastructure and workforce development. And up next, the Buzz Report. From Croc to Cash, Mark Cuban versus Warren Buffett. Which billionaire's style spells bank for you? Mark Cuban's bold claim that Warren Buffett's famous buy and hold strategy is a crock has reignited debates within the investing community. Cuban, known for his unapologetic views and a net worth surpassing $5 billion, isn't shy about challenging established investment philosophies. His thoughts on diversification particularly stirred the pot among traditional investors, with a growing number backing his aggressive approach. According to Buffett, diversification is a protection against ignorance, a guiding principle that's long been at the heart of his investment strategy. Buffett's approach leans on the idea that spreading your money across various assets can shield against market downturns. For many retail investors, index funds are the go-to for diversification. These funds mimic broad market indexes to provide a stable, if not flashy, return over time. On the other hand, Cuban cuts through the noise with a more concentrated strategy. He's famously said that diversification is for idiots and that the buy and hold strategy embraced by Buffett devotees is essentially worthless. Cuban's view resonates with some investors who are laser focused on beating the market rather than merely matching it. According to Morningstar research, professional money managers who outperform benchmarks often make big, bold bets, not by playing it safe with a diverse portfolio. For investors grappling with which billionaire to follow, a look at the numbers might help. Cambridge Associates' 2017 study supports diversification. Diversified portfolios still prevail over the long term, the report says, suggesting that a diverse strategy might cushion portfolios against severe market drops and provide more consistent returns over decades. This echoes Buffett's success with the slow and steady wealth building. But not everyone is convinced. Cuban's strategy, which focuses more on tech and innovative industries, has paid off handsomely in a world increasingly reliant on technology. He believes focusing on a few high-conviction bets would generate better returns, a sentiment shared by other billionaire investors. Real estate often emerges as a contender for those seeking alternatives to the traditional stock market. High home prices and mortgage rates have made owning property trickier, but the allure of steady rental income hasn't faded. Meanwhile, data from the Nareit shows that commercial real estate offers steady returns and lower volatility than stocks. The numbers speak volumes. Commercial real estate has a lower correlation to the S&P 500, making it a useful hedge for many investors. Get in the comments and let me know what you think and how you feel. And up next in Weed Wealth Weekly, where green meets the green. SNDL's $37 million Nova Cannabis score, elevating their game in the Great White North. SNDL Inc. announced Monday the completion of its acquisition of Nova Cannabis Inc., securing full ownership by purchasing the remaining 34.8% of shares it did not already hold. The transaction was approved by over 2/3 of Nova shareholders and a majority of disinterested shareholders, enhancing SNDL's cannabis retail operation efficiency. Under the arrangement, Nova shareholders received $1.75 in cash per share, a 41.2% premium over the 20-day volume weighted average trading price as of August 12, 2024. Alternatively, they could opt for 58 cents of a SNDL common share for each Nova share, subject to proration, and a maximum of 50% of the total consideration payable in SNDL shares. The majority chose cash, with only a small fraction electing to receive SNDL shares. The acquisition of Nova's remaining majority interest represents a significant milestone that will streamline SNDL's cannabis retail operations and generate material savings By eliminating public company expenses, Zachary George, CEO of SNL, he noted that the deal was structured to incentivize shareholders to opt for cash, emphasizing efficient capital deployment without significant share dilution. Following the acquisition, Nova shares are expected to be delisted from the Toronto Stock Exchange and OTC markets. Trot LLP, while Nova was advised by 8 Capital and Bennett Jones LLP. SNDL shares were trading 1.24% lower at $2 per share at the time of this writing around 11:30 a.m. Monday. Get in the comments and let me know what you think and how you feel.
34 Listening Library YouTube channel for self-help shorts and audiobooks. Follow us on Instagram at 734 Miscellaneous LLC to continue our journey of growth and success together. I'll see you at the top. Holla.